Good morning. I was joking. Okay. All right. So I guess it was yesterday was I guess we call it the tweet rally. Um as the markets, soared, they came down, more news, and the gyrations in intraday. You can see the blast off and the pullback and the ups and downs and so on. But let's go over to the S&Ps there. Um, so here's where things were starting to roll, and boom, giant move to the upside. I guess kind of a gift or putting a floor under things, whatever it is. And then, follow through this morning, and now some other news and pull back. And there's this news conference that's coming at 9:30. So we may be in for more wild gyrations, but it's okay. So as long as you have the plan and so on, how to manage, that's the most important thing. And we can see it's pulling back a little bit more here. We got a little, on the 15-minute there, a little sell setup after the breakdown. So just an obvious place where sellers are going to give it a shot. We'll see how far that goes. Going out to the higher time frames, as we've been talking about, it was bullish price action going on over here, the bottoming tail bar at resistance. And then, news or no news, we look at the technicals, and, this bar, right, this push up is what should have happened based on this type of price action. So again, we'll see. And now we've got some follow through this morning, and it's just jiggling around here. So we'll see where this goes by the end of the day. I'm reading comments here in the chat room. Okay. So the weekly, nothing wrong there. There was the bottoming tail bar, and earlier in the week, this was just, I guess before yesterday, this was just a little narrow range bar with the open and closes about the same. So some follow through there. We'll see where this ends up today. So looking like this, nothing wrong with that. Everything good. If it winds up with a topping tail, or it kind of maybe it was, like, again, give different scenarios. I'm making predictions here. If we were to have a red bar that was closing down at around 3,100, of course, that would be a negative, but still the prior week's low is our support until next week when this bar is completed. So we'll see where that all goes. So far, everything looks okay. Some jiggles going on here. So uncertainty, I suppose, about yesterday. So there's some news out there, and we'll see how things settle down here after that other news conference that's coming. Qs, same story. We've been talking a while how the patterns are similar. They're not always similar. Sometimes there are disconnects between markets, and so things they change, obviously. It would be nice if things were always the same, but that's not the way the markets are. But so far, other than some intraday jiggles, which as intraday traders we pay attention to, we want to take advantage of or not get caught in some type of a whipsaw. It does happen, but notice the little breakout failure up here. So traders got caught, with the breakout of this consolidation there overnight. You can see that's 5 o'clock in the morning. But, European markets are trading, and maybe they were pushing up at the time. I wasn't awake, so I don't know. But anyway, it was a bullish consolidation, a topping tail that didn't follow through, and then a bottoming tail bar in the narrow, and then probably just buy stop orders were just sitting there, and would sell stop orders below the base, and just pop up and pop down, which creates uncertainties. Like, what the hell happened there? And you can see things are coming back in here a little bit. So whatever's going on, someone typed in the room, fake news, leakers, something going on there. Anyway, in the short term, it's being taken somewhat seriously. This hasn't violated the trend, but this picture, this arrangement of price bars over here, is definitely telling us there is some uncertainty about, I guess, what happened over here, because this was driven by news. YM, which was up considerably more. I think earlier this was up over 100. Now it's barely up, and it looks like it's going to go negative here pretty soon. As you can see, as it's changing there. So heading lower, we'll see if buyers want to give it a shot over here, and or whether it continues to drop. The Russell already breaking through that prior low. It still looks like the best one, right? We've been talking about this for a while. And this is similar bullish consolidation right over here, the bottoming tail bar at resistance. Earlier in the week, we covered the, well, let's just stick with this for a second. I don't instead of jumping around. But, this still looks good, for a move higher. So if you're, say, long on this move above this consolidation, well, what's going on here right now, basically as a swing trader or even longer term than that, you got to sit through this messy stuff that's going on. It's just the way it is. And position and money management takes care of things. And we'll just see how far this goes as it's still coming in. One of the worst things that can be done as a swing trader, or something you want to hold longer than a swing, is be looking at 5-minute charts and 2-minute charts, because they'll scare you to death and you'll be getting out of positions that you really shouldn't, right? And crude oil moving up here, it's we're talking about it. Look, that's even coming in here. So whatever news is going on at this moment is creating that, like I said, uncertainty, and traders are stepping aside till the dust clears. I guess we'll see what happens at 9:30 with this news conference. And always looking at things technically, right? This is bullish price action, and if we just forget about news, we say, well, yeah, there should be some sellers here at that pivot high, right there. And this bar is far from complete, but the retracement, right? We covered retracements on Wednesday. This retracement is deep, right? It shouldn't retrace that far after a resting period, right? It should consolidate after the run up. It should go sideways up there and build a new base. Now, the question, can it, stabilize here and turn back up? That's the unknown. So if you were long here, right, you're either share size to stop for down here to stay out of what could be jiggles, or if you got in here, well, clearly it's time to get out because the trade not working. So bonds going up here after retesting the prior low. Again, just basic support and resistance. Resistance, support, sellers up here, buyers down here, right? Then we read what's happening. This is kind of messy, but that's what we start with. We make assumptions that there's going to be sellers up here, there's going to be buyers down here, and then we see, based on those locations, what kind of candles form at those locations, and look at the we could use the word clean, clarity, some type of a pattern such as this one, where the momentum slows down and starts to turn up, which I would say that is a pattern that is more reliable to trade, versus something like this at support that's got a wide range bar up and a move down and overlapping bars and a breakdown, and now it's holding over here. I don't know what to do with this other than to just stay away from it until better information becomes available. So no, as much as you would know about reading the charts, there are plenty of charts that just say, go find something else better to trade. Less predictable. Gold went on a wild ride yesterday. When that tweet came out, you could see how it was moving up. And I can't emphasize more the need for automated software where you have predetermined stops in, because when things move this fast, you can't react fast enough. And so, and then, you know, you start to deal with what's going on between your ears, in that, you know, oh, I should have been out of this, and now it's down here. What do I do? Oh, if it'll come back up here, I'll get out. And now, you know, maybe you get lucky. Other times, you know, it's just nose diving down to the next level and the next level. And before you know it, your account has been decimated. So as an intraday trader, especially in volatile markets, you know, you need automated software where you have predetermined and pre-programmed where your stop loss is going to be placed as soon as you press the button to enter, right? Based on your money management, that stop is placed. And you could even start with what you could consider a disaster stop. So the software packages today allow you the leeway, and I'm just making stuff up here. Let's just say you were going to buy this, and you say, well, my disaster stop would be, you know, down here. So you don't have to have 14 different setups as far as money management. And then they put these lines on your chart, and you could say, okay, my stop was down here. And you know what? That move up here, right? That's a great move. So let me drag my stop from here to here. So point being, if you're not using the proper tools to trade intraday in fast markets, you need to get the proper tools, you know, otherwise you're at a great disadvantage, and could incur some substantial losses that just weren't necessary to have happen to you. Silver, you know, didn't get as crazy, a little, but still just chopping around over here, down at the bottom of this consolidation. So as I look at this and say, well, you know, just based on our analysis of what I refer to as the factory work, this is still in the lower half of this wide range red bar with a void below. And so while we're getting a green bar here, right, no longs should be considered unless prices could get above the high of this topping tail bar, or let's call it a minor topping tail bar. It doesn't have much of a tail, but you know, if this can continue to move up, then you could see above here, which is that topping tail bar, it begins to enter this small void, and the wide range bar begins to starts to become negated. And then after that, odds are pretty darn good historically that if it could get there, it's going to come all the way up there, because, you know, in essence, this starts to become meaningless. Right? It's one of the rules from MTS is that this area here, once it's been traded above and traded below, right, especially with this kind of momentum, it's not going to stop prices once this breakdown has actually failed and prices enter here. So something to keep in mind and study. And lastly, transports had a decent day yesterday, right? Backed off a little bit, understandable. And we're still waiting to see if it can attack that 200 whole number there. And if we do see transports coming up there, that's going to be another positive sign for the markets. Right now, you can see now the futures have turned negative. Right? YM's down a point, but we'll see how far this goes. This could obviously turn into a little breakout failure with that push up to new all-time highs. We'll just see how far this goes. There's very little support here to the left. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as the market's open. And let's just look at the 15-minute. And they're trying to hold it there. So again, nothing's wrong here. Red bars happen, obviously. This was the craziness, right, on the ISM news and breaking support and then the recovery and so on, which we've all already gone over there. So all yours, Dan.
All right, good morning. Yeah, as soon as I heard the news about the China conference at 9:30, I said, all right, no, we're just totally sidelined. Yeah, that's just a big mess. All our opens are fine. Roku here, we have two call spreads, one that expires today, one next week. I just tightened the stop here. BK, we have a put spread on bookings, gapping down a couple bucks, but you know, that's nothing for a $2,000 stock. That's fine. And yeah, everything's fine. Shop we have expiring today. Lulu, we had a call spread yesterday, and right when it was breaking out here into the close, we closed it out break even, but you know, oh well. That's a bearish gap here. That's a 30-minute low candidate for a day trade short. What's going on here? 16 bucks. It was bullish. That is a big range pre-market. Look at that. $7 swing pre-market. That is huge. NGG, obviously it looks like an ADR, but beautiful. Look at this trading range. You know, that is a beautiful trading range. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now it's a gap breakout. Target 65. We'll keep an eye on that. PHR 2660, bearish gap down here. Breakout failure, relative weakness to the market yesterday. Look at that. I missed this recent IPO, but what a rocket ship. But now gapping down into this bar and extended. That's what we call a bear gap surprise. LMPX, let me put it there. So that is a day trade short watch. SRPT, that sounds like a bio, gapping up $32. Wow, that's a huge gap, but nothing to do with it. It's holding, 15-minute chart is holding very bullish. Oracle here, you know, I know some people were wanting to take a bullish bet on this. I just don't do that when it's up 6 bars into earnings, into resistance. If it did gap up, hypothetically, then I'd be shorting a 10-minute low. But gapping under 55, that's a bearish gap here, but no real. Oh, Debbie. No, Debbie, if you know, we talked about it. if it met your trading plan, you know, buying out of the money calls, limited risk. No, I have no problem with the strategy. I was just saying, I did the one with Pat that day. You know, if the chart supports it. And I remember we did one on, was it Target? We did one on some retail into earnings. That worked out real well. I forget which one. Yeah, no, WBA, yeah, was the one, but I'm saying we did it a second time. I forget. Adobe 313. Wow, it's gapping all-time highs. Wow, look at that run. It really did nothing here until this breakout here in 14. That is an incredible run right there. But let's keep an eye on it for a put spread. I'll put that in this window. Oh, BB did? Oh, which one? No, Adobe. Right. Yeah, Adobe. It's earnings. BB for Robert. Bottoming pattern, but you know, it might go. CNC, kind of a M top here. Small gap down. That's a extended on the weekly. That's a 15-minute low short. Vince, nice breakout this week. Wow, this could be a bottom fishing trade. I don't know if this thing had reverse splits. Probably, because if this is an IPO, you don't IPO at 300 bucks typically. Oh, I have to keep an eye on this thing. Oh, Vince, look, daily, weekly, monthly are in alignment. Costco, gapping down, 295. That's still in a sideways mess, but it's a bearish gap under yesterday's open. CNC you're talking about here? Oh, okay. Well, Alex, I disagree. Look right here, yesterday 3.4 million. And it trades liquid. This 15-minute chart. Oh, Vince, gotcha. Yeah, 190 yesterday. That's all right. And if it's a core trade, then I don't mind lighter volume. All right, back to Costco. We need more information. UNVR. So this, I said yesterday, you can buy over today's high. That looks great. Breakout daily, weekly. Somebody in the room mentioned PPG. I think it was Gertz. This looks good over the high, Gertz. But now I'm doing nothing here until we get clarity on this news conference. But 30-minute high, maybe. Morgan Stanley is on my list. Yesterday, banks ripped. This looks good. We got into Amex. AMX. Where are you? KBH. No, not KBH. XLF. Banks ripped yesterday. We're in KRE in our ETF trader. That looks great. Look at semis. I regretfully missed the strength in this yesterday. I did have my eye on AMD though. Look at that beautiful move. We saw MU 2 days ago breaking out. NVIDIA, we had Core, and that took off again with the sector. Alex mentioned this laser yesterday, over yesterday's high. BLK we added yesterday in the sector. Capri over yesterday's high looks good. Starbucks, we're gonna, see if it can do some backing and filling in here in the gap. BMRK was a gap and crap candidate. Microsoft had a nice day over yesterday's high. I like that. Oh, nice on our Roku weakness. We have 2 call spreads on that. All right, I am done at 9:29. Apple's also on my list over yesterday's high. Amazon. And that's actually, Amazon's actually a put spread candidate for today. Today's Friday, so this is our most favorite 0 DTE credit spread day, or naked if you don't have a buying power problem. But this is a candidate for today. Sell at 1740s. I like this. But again, I'm doing nothing until this trade nonsense. But this is a candidate. On Facebook, staying away from that. I was looking to sell a call spread yesterday. Google, no pattern. Netflix, no pattern. Tesla, wow, filled the gap and exceeded it. That's strength. Cisco strength yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it's still nasty downtrend, and I got no interest in the pattern. I mean, I'd rather trade strength. CGC. CGC, we got to keep an eye on this. You know, breakdown failure, 100% retracement. All right, let me put the news on. All right, looking at our opens. Oh, booking. Booking turned green from the pre-market, down $5. BWA was on the long watch list. GWW coming in a little bit. We're long stock. EMR, we're in. BBBY, we're long stock. SIG, CMG, we stopped out of our put spread yesterday at a profit. Merck, we took our profits on the put spread. We're still long stock. Cress, we sold 2/3 of our position. We're in Halliburton, OIH, Cliff Clavin, 2, KHC. What? Oh, delayed 30 minutes. I thought, all right, I thought they were talking about delaying it till tonight. YouTube, someone's asking about a Boeing call spread. It's a big mess. We actually have a Condor on the bearish gap down. We shorted an out of the money call, and then this is a gap reversal. So yesterday we legged into a Condor by selling an out of the money put spread. So we're in it, with our fingers crossed, but as a new trade, nah, I'd stay away from it. No, it's a mess. I got conflicting data. Yesterday was a whippy day with tails on each side. There's still too much news surrounding this 737 Max. I see Facebook still weak. Tesla's still strong. This NGG gap's too big though, but that's a beautiful pro gap right there. JWM, you're out. Yeah, things are whippy to weak here. I'm doing nothing. We're in ADM. You know what? Let's sell it. Or let me check ADM. I think we sold a third yesterday. No, I didn't. Let's just sell a third of ADM right here and move stop. 44.58. CGC pot stock is still moving. We might have to scan that sector again.